So I was brought up in the design industry. My mother has a design institute that she started with $1,000 in the bank and a newborn baby. She then carried me down the catwalk and I was dragged to every fashion party you can ever imagine. I was lucky enough to have a path sort of laid out for me. Education and design would have been a really easy way for me to go forward. But what I decided to do instead was to figure out a way to give the things on our back some intelligence and to give them another purpose. So we've created Funware. And Funware is vibrating knickers for couples in long-distance relationships. We have transferred touch over the internet into your private parts. and we've utilised certain technologies like haptic feedback and vibration motors, the same ones that are in your phone, and we've awkwardly placed them in your underwear. I actually had to physically test them on every single one of my friends and family. You can't imagine anything more awkward than saying, would you mind just telling me if that seam hits your junk? But at this stage, it was all I had to do. I didn't have any other choice. So we built these products. We built them out of a bamboo spandex, which is one of the most sustainable fibres on the market. And we followed really good design principles to make sure that the technology was invisible. We really don't want you to be a flashing light. We don't want you to look or feel like a computer. We want you to be able to have smart clothing on and feel like your clothing and the things on your back have purpose without having giant flashing LEDs. So we had a really successful campaign. We had 8 million hits on YouTube, 1,600 articles written about the project, and 55,000 requests for the product. We felt like we did this because it was a simple product. It's not invasive, it's just a pair of underwear, but we've made them more intelligent. So I had a lot of fun producing this. I genuinely laughed for the entire year. Every single pun that you've ever heard, like tech off your clothes or dressing for Texas, all came out. But what we realised was there was a few things that were really important. And they were about connecting two far-fetched ideas to create something totally new. And this idea that we wanted to design intimacy for the first time. And we were taking what the wearable technology community already looked like, which I call the arm party. There's just so much going on with the wrist right now, and we've taken this into the panties party. So this is what the wearable technology scope looks like at the moment. And we're lucky because we're at the beginning of this and it's about to go nuts. What they haven't factored in here is what makes good design good and how we work with that, and also massive sectors like travel and entertainment. They've really missed that. There's a lot of things going wrong here. So let's start with what makes good design good, and then let's go into entertainment and travel. This is what Dieter Rams said makes good design good. He was a consumer electronics designer for Braun, extremely successful, beautiful designs. But I don't actually think we all want to walk around looking like a Dieter Rams radio. I think that would be really uncomfortable. So I've decided that we need to think about two other things. We have to think about connecting complex people and how do we make it irreverent and fun. Because in the end, that's why Funware was so successful. We know that sex sells, but it was funny. So this is what we've done. This is what we've done next. We've connected fans with their favorite teams. So we've given them an ability to wear a fan jersey that quantifies the emotions of the game built into the sensations of the jersey. So as they're watching and there's a build-up of intensity, there's a build-up of adrenaline and excitement, they feel the rumble in their chest. I'm going to show you a little video to show. The alert shirt is designed for fans. It's for fans so they can feel like they're a part of the game, they're a little bit closer to the players, a little bit closer to feeling like they're in the team.
These data feeds that exist for every game, and they've been used for real-time match updates and people are looking at apps. So we took that data, score data, tackle data, we feed that through to a server, and then we branch that out to different people's phones. And so anyone that's got the app installed is receiving this real-time data instantaneously. To have Bluetooth and a CPU together on one chip, that's really the core or the brains behind it. We've got control of haptic feedback motors that transfer touch to the skin.
So yeah, powered on. And is that fire up? Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, that's it. It's pretty sick.
If a player is tackled, then you get to feel the physical effect of that. But if a player is nervous before a kick, then you get fluttering, you get that kind of sensory experience.
So you've got a really fast pathway and you can feel it in milliseconds. So as soon as someone's tackled, you're feeling it.
It's about as close as you're going to get to feeling the sensations that a player feels by watching a game.
So we had heaps of fun creating this, and I got to hang out with a lot of really smoking hot players. And what we've done is we transferred 4,500 units in 3 months, and this sprint nearly killed us, including my co-founder who's in the audience. And we built the hardware, the software, and the apparel design. So it's the full spectrum, and that's everything that we do, because we believe that actually giving intelligence to the clothes gives purpose to everything on your back. We wear clothes 90% of our day, and if you're not wearing your clothes, I hope you're wearing your Funware. And that way we can actually give purpose to what we're doing. So in that vein, we created Navigate. Navigate is an ability to walk around a city unimpeded by a map. I had a first world problem. I came to New York City and I got horrendously lost. And I spent the entire time wandering around this city staring down at my phone. I tripped over sidewalks. I ran into people. I had people run into me. It was just a pain in the ass. So what we did is we've built Navigate Sydney, which is a jacket that transfers touch into your shoulders and tells you when to turn left with a tap, when to turn right with a tap, and when to stop with a double time tap. So we've got an inbuilt GPS, and now we have released New York Navigate. So I'm going to give you a little preview. So thank you for having me. I'm actually wearing the New York Navigate at the moment. We've been testing it out. And if I could leave you with anything, it's just about trying to give more purpose to your garments and the things on your back, and connecting two far-fetched ideas to create something totally new. Thanks.